Hello everyone, I'm Chocolo here for another video review. This time we have the Milka Noisette. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, very excited about this one because I don't really know what it is. I mean, I've heard the term noisette before, and I think it's kind of like a kind of truffly type smooth. What's the other word that I can't think of? Yeah, centre. Anyway, I can't think of the word now. What is it? Like a praline type centre, something like that. I think that kind of consistency. Anyway, obviously praline's got nuts or something in, but you know what I mean. So I'm thinking it's something like that really. So it looks very appetising, and I'm very excited. I mean, what's the official description? Alpine milk chocolate with hazelnut paste. Well, there you go. So it's like a praline. Yeah, so it is a praline. Hazelnut paste. That's a not very romantic way of mentioning a praline, is it? So, I mean, of course, I don't know whether praline is a specific to a certain nut, but I think you can have hazelnut praline and almond praline and all sorts of things. Well, there you go. Hazelnut paste, anyway. So there you are. That's the official description. So not very romantic, but there's no. It's funny actually because there's no hazelnuts on the front, is there? Unless that thing there is meant to be a hazelnut, but I don't think it is. It's not what I recognise as a hazelnut anyway. So I don't know why there's no hazelnuts on it. It's weird that. I mean, maybe it doesn't actually contain, well, hazelnut paste it says. I assume there's hazelnuts in it. May contain other nuts and wheat. Yeah, hazelnut paste, 13%. There we go. Interesting. Well, excited about it. As I say, it looks very nice. So I'm doing a few of these Milka products at the moment. I got them from Home Bargains. And there's a massive range of them, honestly. I mean, I've reviewed a few of them and they've still got these 3 left to do, you know. They all come in these nice packaging as well. As I say, with sort of this purple colour, which I quite like, and this lilac-y colour. And then like a sort of, you know, individual name, whatever. But then this colour here changes whatever the bar is with the Alps in the background. Because it's made with 100% Alpine milk chocolate. There we go. Yeah. So if you like all my videos, by the way, I've done about 600 now time recording. So I've got a playlist in this corner. I think will appear now. It will disappear, but if you hover over it or whatever, you'll be able to bring it back up. So you can click on it at any time to watch my other videos. And I might do a link to a Milka playlist as well, so you can see all my other reviews of Milka products as well. So yeah, if you like this one, subscribe and click on those links. Okay, back to this. So it's a segmented bar. It's a 4x6 bar. You can see the segments coming through the packaging just slightly. What are the calories for this? 100 gram bar, by the way. Yeah, so 4 chunks is 16.7 grams. The whole bar is 100 grams, as I say. So per 100 grams for the whole bar, it's 549 calories, 34 grams of fat, 16 of which are saturates. But for the 4 chunks, 16.7 grams, it's 92 calories. 5.6 grams of fat, 2.7 of which are saturates. So there we go. Yeah, I'm quite excited about this one. And yeah, I think we should get into it and give it an open. So let's do it. Let's give it an open. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to open this Milka Noisette. Noisette, I'm not sure. I think that's a French word, I assume. But obviously my French is not the best, so I can't say for sure, and also I can't pronounce it very well. But Noisette sounds about right. Okay, yeah, so we're going to give it a measure. I think it's 18.5, I think these roughly are, with the flourishes. So I'd say there are these flourishes on either side, so you're going to lose quite a lot of length. Let's see, yeah, about 18.5 actually, give or take. Yeah, 8.4, 8.5. So let's give it an open. Excited to see what this one's like. Not too warm today, so we should be okay on the melty front. 18.4, 18.5, and it's now, I think it's probably 15, actually, from memory, about 15.5 or something. 15.7 it is, so yeah, so that's about 3.8, something like that. Have we lost? Yeah, 3 centimetres. Well, 2.8 rather. Yeah, about 2.8 centimetres we've lost. Pretty much, something along those lines, yeah. So, okay, yeah, so not perfect as always, but it's a typical amount, I think you'd probably say, that we lose on these chocolate bars when they've got flourishes. In proportion to its size. About 7.5 width. And let's see, height-wise, it's about, to hold this a bit closer. Try not to hold it too much because it starts to melt. About 0.8 height-wise, I think. It's funny, really, I'm sure the last one was 0.7. This one seems to be 0.8. In the middle, seems to be a slightly different size than the one I did, but the wrapper is slightly different as well. So, yeah, that's from the lowest point to the highest point, and then from the lowest point to the lowest point at the middle of the troughs, like the sort of the segments, is about 0.6. So it's not quite the same as the one I did before, and I don't know why that is. Did a sort of confetti one. But there you go, you can see here. So it's just a regular 6x4 bar with nothing special showing up. With the Milka segments, and on the back, again, nothing too dramatic going on. I see my fingerprints coming through. It's melting a bit. So there we go. Yeah, so basically 4 of these is your 92 calories or whatever it was. Yeah, 92 calories, 5.6 grams of fat, 5.6 grams of fat, 2.7 of which are saturates, just 4 of these segments. So yeah, has got a bit of a sort of hazelnut praline smell, similar to what you get in the Kinder Bueno bar. Snaps a bit, it's a bit soft to snap as well, as you'd probably expect. It's a bit melty. So there you go. Nothing too dramatic to see, because it's quite difficult to see the praline, of course. I did have a knife, here it is. Let's just cut one down the middle. There you go. Yeah, so again, it's hard to identify that praline sensor or paste. Maybe there's a difference between hazelnut praline and hazelnut paste. Maybe praline's got a bit more to it for some reason, but I assume they're probably the same. Yeah, so I can't really see it, so I don't know whether the praline's just in the bottom of the segment or not. It looks like it probably is, from the fact that the top is slightly different than the bottom or the middle. So we'll see. We'll have to find out, won't we? What better way to find out than to give it a taste? So let's do it. Let's give it a taste. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to give this Milka Noisette, or with Noisette, I guess it's just Milka Noisette, isn't it? So I'm going to give this a taste. So basically it's a praline, sort of hazelnut praline. So it actually calls it hazelnut paste, which is not very glamorous. That's on the official description. No one would say hazelnut praline, you would have thought. So I'm quite excited about these Milka ones. They do lots of different range, and this is obviously one of them. But yeah, I'm just surprised this one doesn't really emphasise the fact it's got hazelnuts in it. I mean, there's no hazelnut on it. It doesn't say hazelnut Noisette. I mean, I guess Noisette maybe is a posh name for hazelnut praline or hazelnut paste. But you'd still expect it to have a hazelnut on the front, wouldn't you? So it's very strange, that. But anyway, okay. So, well, it's quite a soft one, this one. It doesn't snap very well. I mean, it's not warm today, but it's obviously warm enough for this to be a bit more melted than a normal chocolate bar, because it's so soft and, yeah. All right, well, let's give it a taste. So it's very soft, yeah. It really does, yeah, strongly tastes of something like, well, let's see, what could you think of? Yeah, that's sort of thing with, well, Nutella-y type thing, I guess you'd say, or maybe the, basically, obviously a bit more solid. Something that you get in like a Kinder bar or something like that, a Kinder Surprise, well, not Kinder Surprise, but say not too far from the Kinder Bueno type sort of filling you've got in there. It's that kind of taste, but it's obviously more of it in as chocolate. That you get the filling in the filling. Obviously, it's something similar also with like Ferrero Rocher, something that kind of taste as well. It's the taste, as I say. But yes, anything with a hazelnut praline in it. Or praline, if you want to say it that way. Just not, as I say, it doesn't really promote the fact that it's got hazelnuts in it. Which I think is a bit wrong, really. I think, if you're someone who just buys it, you might think, oh, it's just, I don't know what that means, and not really look at the back. You'd expect most things with hazelnuts, or anything relating to hazelnuts, would have a hazelnut on the front. So it's very strange, that. But yeah. All you can really taste is that sort of praline, hazelnut praline taste. Can't really taste the Milka chocolate. I mean, I'm sure you can as such, but the praline taste is really the dominant factor here. So I think if you really love that sort of hazelnut taste, sort of, mixed in with chocolate, really, this is what you're getting here. So it's really definitely one for Nutella type fans. It's that kind of thing. If you like Nutella, you'll like this. If you love Nutella, you'll love this. If you hate Nutella, you'll hate this. I think for me, hazelnut chocolate spreads, Nutella type things, and all the other, and just pralines in general, I don't mind them, but I'm not a massive hazelnut fan. So that taste doesn't really wow me, I don't dislike it, but I don't love it either. And that's basically what it hinges on here. You can't really taste the chocolate, as I say. I'm sure you I'm sure you know it's there and everything, of course, because you can see it, but it's really the fact that it's just mixed together with this sort of sense. I think all of it is perhaps just that. It's just basically hazelnut flavoured praline, I guess, but it does say it's got like a hazelnut paste in it. Alpine milk chocolate with hazelnut paste. I don't know if they've mixed it in or whether. I'm assuming they must have mixed it in, really, because I'm not seeing any hazelnut paste specifically in it in the centre or whatever. If you look at that, for instance, I did slice one in half before and I thought maybe it was only at the bottom, but if you look at that one, it seems to really all just be the same, doesn't it? So I think you've just mixed it in with the chocolate. Yeah, I think it all hinges on, do you like the chocolate products with hazelnuts in, hazelnut praline? There's no chunks in here. There's no bits of hazelnuts, no chopped hazelnuts, there's nothing like that. So, I'm just, as I say, I'm just surprised that there's no, look for hazelnut. I mean, that thing there, that round thing, whatever that is, why is that not a hazelnut? I don't even know what that's meant to be. So it could be that, I've got chocolate on it. It could be that, I don't know, where Milka's a bit more prominent or whatever, and in mainland Europe or whatever, people know what that is, and maybe they buy Noisette or whatever in these little balls. Maybe that's what it's about, So it could be they're used to it and they get it in these balls, and that's what it is. But in the UK, as far as I know anyway, I've not. You probably go to a chocolatier or whatever, some chocolate shop, a specialist high-end chocolate shop or something, has all these little bonbons and all sorts going on. They probably will sell them there, and you'll probably know what they are, and they'll probably tell you and things like this. But for the Joe public, going into the shops, whatever, they wouldn't really know what that is. And I think it's kind of doesn't really work. The product doesn't really work in the UK, I don't think. At least it's not for me, because I don't know what that noisette is, and we don't. And I've never really seen those for sale. And even if you can buy them, as I say, I don't think everyone would know about it. So it's a product that's kind of perhaps needs rebranding for the UK. But again, as I say, it's not really a UK product. It's kind of, it does have English on the back, but it's mainly Polish, I think, is the main language, and some others on there as well. Possibly Latvian and Lithuanian, but I'm not too sure. Estonian maybe even as well. Whatever EE is, it might be Estonian. But it does have the English on there as well. So as I say, maybe in those countries or whatever, I'm assuming those are the right ones I mentioned, maybe people know what that thing is and they can buy it. But as I say, in the UK, isn't really a thing as far as I know. At least not to my knowledge. But I can probably assume that's what it is. That noisette is where those balls of chocolate, hazelnut flavoured chocolate, whatever it is. So confusion aside, it is nice, as I say. But it all depends. It's that Nutella taste, the usual typical Kinder type chocolate taste, where it's sort of hazelnut chocolate and things. It's that sort of thing, as I say. So if if you love that kind of thing, you'll love this. But for me, as I say, I can take or leave it pretty much. I think it's nice to this, but it's just that kind of hazelnut chocolate taste isn't my favourite thing. So I think for me, obviously if it is for you, then bump it up to a 5 out of 5. I think is the gist of it. But for me, there's nothing too much exciting about it. It's quite soft. It's not overly sickly or anything like that. It's a soft chocolate. It's not unpleasant. It just hasn't blown my socks off, I think. So I'm going to probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's a high 3.5, almost a 4 really. But I think there's so many great chocolates out there now. I have to be very careful with what I give ratings to, and since 3 is pretty much an average bar that you can really take or leave. Since this is not too bad. The flavour I can take or leave, but it's a nice chocolate. It's better than that really, but it's not blowing my socks off. I would say it's just above average for me, so that's why I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. If anything below 3 is something I actively don't like, and that's very rare in the chocolate world. But there we go. So I've got to stick to that really. But but it's not an epic bar in my eyes. I'll say it's just above average for me, and I probably would buy many other bars over this, to be honest with you. So that's why it's a 3.5 out of 5. Still not unpleasant now, as I say. But for you, if you like hazelnut chocolate and Nutella and things like this, it's probably if those really are your favourite things, this is probably going up towards a 4.5 or 5 out of 5 for you. So bear that in mind. Okay, guys. Well, let me know what you think as well. What you think of this? If you've experienced noisette in the wild, if it is some kind of chocolate ball thing, let me know. Let me know what you think of this and Milka in general, and all the other flavours that Milka do. They do tons of them, so let me know what your favourite is, and what you'd like to see reviewed as well. Hopefully, I'll get around to reviewing it. So I've not done already actually, but let me know. It's always great to hear from you. So leave a comment, whatever you say. It really is great, as I say, and I'll always reply. So don't worry. Yeah, as long as I don't say anything crazy, of course. Maybe one then. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment, as I say, and subscribe to my videos. Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, things like this if you can. Follow me there, and I'll see you next time. Guys, take care. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.